Hi, this is Heather DeRome from heatherderome.com and from the Sonatas and Partitas.com. This movie is about the G-minor Fugue. It's part 2 in a 4-part series. It's the Fugue from the first sonata in G-minor, BWV 1001. Now, part 1 discussed just the exposition of the Fugue. And if you have our book of arrangements of the Sonatas and Partitas, Frank Kuntz and I discussed the rule of the octave. And this first video discusses the exposition of the fugue in terms of the rule of the octave. And so if you've read those notes, it's interesting to look at this fugue because it's a hands-on video of this topic, which people aren't that familiar with nowadays. So do have a look. Now we ended up that video here. So now going on, Bach goes straight to the dominant and a circle of fifths. So we have D, G, 9, C, F, 9, B flat, E, A, D, 9, and then back to G. And then straight to the dominant again, and then up to the highest point of this section. Now, so we have a circle of fifths that goes from G back around to G, right to the dominant, and then scooping up to the high part of the section. And then after that, we're just going to wind down and get to the cadence. Now this is something I took from the organ version. It's BWV 539. If you look at that measure, I think it's measured 11. The violin, the lute, and the organ version are all very different from each other, so it's really interesting to compare. And I personally am really looking forward to seeing a lot of arrangements and transcriptions coming out for this organ version 539. It's got a lot of counterpoint that guitarists will love to play. The melodic lines are often a little bit more elaborated or ornamented. It's in D minor already, so it doesn't require any transposition to another key. It works well with a drop D tuning. So look it up and dig into it. I'm sure there's great things to come of this. So we are here, and now we're going to wind our way back down. And so what's happening here? If we're guitarists or violinists, this piece is one of our greatest hits. We all know it very well. And if we play it, we've probably practiced it for 10,000 hours. And so it's easy for us to now overlook these little magical moments. And this chord is easy to play it as if it's a non-event. But this would actually be in the key, but Bach has A flat. He's using the Neapolitan chord. And the way he uses the Neapolitan chord in all the sonatas and partitas, and probably in all of his work, is to herald the arrival of an important cadence. And here the Neapolitan has the effect of like putting on the brakes. We're tumbling down towards the cadence. And then there's that. And then we have our cadence. And in the cadence, another wonderful little moment is this chord. It's great texture, and then it resolves. So try to be aware of all these wonderful little intricacies in the fugue. Try to listen to it as if you're hearing it for the first time. Let us know what you think at sonatasandpartitas.com. I hope you found this helpful.